everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast, coming at you fresh off of Week 11, fresh off of a Thursday night football game as we are recording late in the week this week. I got to my right, Don Sage Brian, hot off of a Ravens victory.
Feeling good, back in the W column.
Feeling good. Joe Burrow for a period of time.
Yeah, good.
They're going to have to, we were talking about this before the show, they're going to have to maybe take something away from the Bengals for not disclosing whatever his injury was.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
There's so much fucking money gambled on the NFL.
Yeah.
So many people took Joe Burrow over yards, Joe Burrow anytime touchdown.
Yep.
And you don't get it because he's playing with an injury. He literally didn't. He threw the ball, clutched his arm, went over there and said something popped, man. I don't know. He is screwed. He is in serious trouble. The Bengals are in serious trouble.
And they got caught trying to hide it as
well.
well.
Because they tried to delete the post.
Yeah,
the internet's forever.
The
internet's forever, guys. Come on. What do you think you can delete that before someone's got a fucking screenshot?
Right.
What are we doing?
There.
What are we doing? We got at the end. We got Steve's.
What's going on?
Start just a few minutes late, but this is normal. This is all good. It's all good.
You know, 40 minutes really last recording.
Right, yep.
Sets
so
up
we got
about
to
5 straight.
Yep,
Yeah.
of
Times
like
being
10
late.
minutes late.
Yep.
Exactly. It all evens out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got Opal, Justin Fields, back on the field
here.
this
So
week.
excited about that.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Coming off a win,
Yep.
too. Been sitting on a win for a while.
All
Feels
the way
good.
back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are they
we're
in the
going to be in the hunt soon.
Are they in the
If we win this game, we're in the hunt, man. You tell me?
Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Gold Fine and Bowles, Lawyers for the Injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlayBookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. So I think if they do beat Detroit, maybe we start talking about them differently. You never know. All right, last week. Pick records. Addison with another winning week. 9-5.
I'm sneaking back, man.
You are 20-8 in the last 2 weeks, my friend. That is damn impressive. Sage, a winning week, 8-6.
Yes, sir.
Colin, a winning week at 8-6.
Nice.
Bobby, 500. And me, 5-9. Rough week for me, man. God dang it. There were so many of them that were so close.
Just getting close.
So many of them I was like, yes, I got these. And then they'd go the other way. Like Seattle and Washington.
Yeah.
They let Sam Howell drive the length of the field and tie the game, and then Seattle kicks a game-winning field goal. I was devastated. Tough loss. Mortal Locks last week. Not a great 2-3 for the team. Addison with the winner. Vegas plus 1.5. I was skeptical of that when you Mortal Locked it. I was like, the Jets are kind of, it's in New York, too.
It was so weird, but man, those Jets offense.
In Vegas.
And Vegas isn't even that great.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, was it in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was in Vegas. I
Just
thought
riding that new coach high.
Yeah, still,
It'll
still
eventually wear off, but
probably this week.
yeah, no, 100%.
Who they got the
In Miami.
I think
It's hard in Miami.
Antonio Pierce got one more in.
I'd say-
We'll see. Sage had Cincinnati -6.5 as the mortal lock last week. Tough one, as they lost outright to CJ
They sure
Stroud, who marches once again back-to-back weeks. Game-winning drive for the kid.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm sure you will. It was a win-win.
That's fine with me.
Absolutely. Colin had Seattle -6. Again, we just talked about that.
Oh, I had the Steelers -3.
Did you have Steelers -3? Did I just miswrite it? Steelers -3. They covered that.
Yeah,
Weekend.
you stole
That's
mine,
right.
too.
That's right. You
So I was
did.
like,
I don't know why I
Pittsburgh
wrote that.
-3 for my. I just kidding.
Pitt -3. Well done. So Colin hit his.
1 point because they won by 4.
Yep.
Shout out.
Love
That's
that.
all they do.
I love
Back-to-back Jordan Love, fourth quarter picks in the red zone.
God bless him.
They look
what
the
a
same.
star.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Bobby had Minnesota +2.5. He said keep the points. Vikings once again win outright. And I had Baltimore -6. Thanks a lot. Lose outright.
Feel the
Love
same way.
that. Yeah, I'm
Trust
sure.
me.
We both lost. We
Thursday
both
night
lost.
game, giving Baltimore a little bit, just quick turnaround,
Right.
get rid of that L, just in
Yep.
the national media, because
You believe we're back on top.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good win for them.
Yeah.
Colin
That
the
was
locks.
such a weird game.
4-1 last week. 17-6 in the last 5-6 weeks. 7 weeks, however many. Damn impressive.
Coming all the way back.
Damn
that's
impressive.
insanely hot.
The locks have been absolutely on fire. Mortal locks, you're still above 500.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, once we get the picks, that full slate picks sorted out, you're in
Right.
business.
Full pick slated out, figured out.
Yep.
Dumbass pick of the week also hit last
Another
week.
winner. I mean, it's what, like 7-1-1 at this point?
6-1-1. 7-2-1.
7-2-1. That's right, because
impressive,
for 10 weeks. Yep, 7-2.
With another outright winner with the Vikings.
Yeah,
So,
once again, you're taking all dogs.
Yeah,
7-2-1.
I think
and
5 of those 7
are
were
outright.
outright wins.
Outright wins.
That's wild.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. What a run.
Love those
Either
numbers.
Patriots +8.5 at home against the Bills, or Texans +8 or 8.5 in Jacksonville are probably the two biggest spreads.
biggest
that one
spreads.
outright. And it's
Yeah.
like, Jesus.
Yeah, great picks.
Crazy.
Sage's sleepers. One win on there and 2 L's. Again, it's a tough job we're asking.
Yeah.
Tough
Oh,
job.
Khalil Shakur didn't do anything because the
No.
Bills' offense didn't do anything.
They did not.
And then Taysom Hill hardly even played, apparently. He had 2 catches for 17 yards.
He's the
Whatever.
best player. I don't know whether or not
Yeah,
he's
that's so weird, dude. How it goes week to week, where
It's
it's
so
so
weird.
involved.
One
in the
week he
game.
gets
I
2
get it.
touchdowns,
And
and
then
it's like
next
this
week-
is a recipe to win.
Yeah, I know. It's like we use this guy, dominates in the red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and Jameis hadn't sniffed the field all year, and then Carr goes down, so you're like, okay, Taysom, maybe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
that's
no,
the time.
here comes Jameis.
Here comes
He's
Jameis.
slinging
Jameis
it.
be used
Yeah.
more.
He's slinging it.
Yeah.
Jameis comes in hot. But you did have Dante Foreman. 21 carries, 80 yards, a touchdown, then 2 catches for 12 yards. So a 17.2 fantasy
I'll take
point
that.
week.
Yeah,
every day of the
Absolutely.
week.
That's a big winner. And then Addison, your take, CJ Stroud, 325 and 5. He did have 356 passing yards. Only the 1 touchdown. The Bengals are a tough defense to
Yeah.
score a ton on. But that was, until last night, the most points the Bengals had allowed all season.
Oh, wow.
Was
Yeah.
to CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. I can't get over how good they are.
No, it's
It's
insane.
crazy.
Good.
Like, CJ Stroud's numbers are far and away better than any other rookie quarterback. I mean,
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
even comparable. And who's he doing it with? Nico Collins, Tank Dell,
No,
Dalton
Noah
Schultz,
Brown,
Noah
yeah.
Brown. Like, I can't believe that, especially when you look at who they beat, the Bengals. This
Yeah.
game was just crazy. And then the Bengals obviously lost last night too. But, Joe, if you compare Burrow's numbers and Stroud's numbers, who have played the same number of games because Burrow didn't miss any time.
No.
Stroud is so much better than Burrow with numbers-wise this year.
Yep.
And before the season, if you had given me 4 receivers, if you had said rank these receivers in order 1 to 4, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Nico Collins. It's in that
Yeah,
order.
all
That's
three,
the order.
yeah.
Nico Collins is the worst receiver there. Tank
Yep.
Dell is 5th. And now those 2 are outproducing that. It's crazy. What
Oh, yeah.
Stroud has done in Houston is unbelievable so far.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that he's a top 5 quarterback right now.
You really could.
I mean,
You really
as crazy
could.
as it is, obviously you want to see it more in his career, but
Right.
it's like this year alone, he's one of the best quarterbacks straight up. And
Yes.
Oh,
it's
100%.
awesome to see because there was a lot of hate.
A lot of hate on that pick
Yeah.
and the stupid S2 score.
Yeah.
See if teams value that anymore.
Mhm.
That's
No,
it.
and
That's
He's
done.
shredding
No.
the league, man.
Yeah, he is lighting it up for a defensive head coach.
Yeah.
They said, no, we don't want to follow the mold. We don't want to hire, Ben Johnson or any
Yeah.
great offensive mind. We're going to bring in D'Amico Ryans, get the defense right, and we're going to give the rookie kid a shot. And he's crushing it.
Bobby Slowick is about to get a job.
Bobby Slowick
Yeah.
is about to get himself a job. man.
Also, got to give a shout out to Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Their
So
run
long.
game has
Has been
finally kind
awesome.
of arrived the last couple
Without
weeks.
Damian Pierce.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Damian Pierce, he was never that. He could break a few tackles,
Yeah.
but he was never that good in like getting those runs. You
Yeah.
know, long runs.
Mhm.
And last year he fell off of like a energy-wise.
Yes.
It was just
Yeah.
too long of a season.
Yep.
Rookie Wall hit him, so it's just like, man, you're a good 2. So it's
Yeah,
not
you're
bad
a
to
good-
have 2
you're a
guys in
good
the
team.
backfield where
You
it's
should
just
have
a
2
share,
good
yeah.
running backs. I
Yeah.
think it's a good formula.
Yeah.
Other news around the NFL, Deshaun Watson, done for the year. Broken bone in his shoulder. He broke, so his shoulder's like a ball and socket joint. He broke the rim of the socket holding the ball. So basically they said, if you go out and throw the ball without surgery on this, your shoulder might just fall out of place constantly.
Yeah.
Every time you move it, it might just slide right out. So he had to get surgery. He
He
didn't
should
have
have
a choice.
stayed in, honestly.
Should have stayed.
Yeah.
Should have
He
kept going.
stays in just long enough to beat the Ravens, and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go have surgery because my shoulder's literally falling off my body.
Yeah.
Are the Browns dead? Is Cleveland seasoned over? Real quick before you decide, they're 6-3. Their remaining schedule is Pittsburgh, at Denver, at the Rams, Jacksonville, Chicago, at Houston, Jets, and Cincinnati. I don't think they're dead, but I don't know because they've got Jerome Ford in the backfield instead of Nick Chubb, and they've got a combination of Dorian Thompson-Robinson and P.J. Walker, who sucks, as their quarterbacks.
And Joe
They're-
Flacco getting
and
worked
Flacco
out.
getting worked
Yeah.
out. RG3 said
Yeah, sign me.
he did that meme where the dude's looking back at the other girl, and
Yeah.
it was the girl he's with his TV job, and then it was taking the Browns in that defense to the Super Bowl. It's like, okay,
Ooh.
RG3, easy killer.
Yeah,
easy
RG3
killer.
literally going from like the angel on one side to the devil.
Yeah, right.
From Deshaun to RG3.
Right,
Yeah,
no
no joke,
kidding.
yeah.
No
God.
kidding. What a change that would be. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Are the Browns dead? Colin, what are your thoughts there?
I think they are, even though that defense is elite and that schedule doesn't seem to be the hardest.
Terrible,
but
no.
you talk about the other teams in the AFC moving forward. We talk about how the AFC is so much more loaded than the
Stacked.
NFC is. And also, I will say, Deshaun Watson is not worth $230 million. I
No.
think basically everybody can say
Yep,
that.
bad deal.
However, this year the Browns are 5-1 with him as a starting quarterback.
he's
I know
winning.
wins are a team stat, but it's
It's
proving
telling.
when one guy is starting and the others are.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson 7 passing touchdowns to 4 picks.
Eh.
Everyone else, P.J. Walker, DTR, 1 touchdown to 8 picks.
Yeah.
So it's clear
he keeps the team
who-
out of
who-
trouble.
Who is the best option for them, and they don't have their best option. So I think they don't have a shot personally. But
it's going to be tough.
I do love that roster.
Love
Yeah,
that
love that
roster.
roster.
I love
Love
Cleveland.
that
That
roster.
defense is still going to be humming, but
Yep.
I just don't see a path without a quarterback.
No,
honestly.
you know who they're going to turn into the rest of the season is New York Jets.
Yeah.
great defense, a championship caliber defense, and the offense is going to sputter and put the defense in bad positions to lose games.
And it's one of those. It's like, man, what if we didn't trade Josh Dobbs?
Yeah,
Right,
no, literally
yeah.
just said that before the show. Yeah.
Had to look at him and they're like, nah. You can
Yeah.
go to Arizona for what, like a conditional 6?
Yeah.
For nothing.
So-
For
Same with
nothing.
the
He
Jets
could
at
make
the
a run
deadline.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like,
what are
why
the
didn't-
Jets
Why are you not
calling
trading
for
for
him?
Josh Dobbs at the deadline?
Yeah.
He's clearly like the best one potentially available.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
Tannehill if you trust Tannehill.
I guess
don't.
Tannehill wants out. Apparently, that came out recently too. He wants out. Doesn't want to be there anymore. After he comes out the week before and says, "I would love to mentor Will Levis." Couldn't be bothered to do that with Malik Willis last
Yeah.
year. Couldn't be
No.
fucking bothered. But
Makes
Will
you
Levis,
wonder.
no, makes you wonder about Tannehill.
Tannehill, whoa.
But he says he wants to mentor him, and then he says, "Actually, you know what? Just fucking cut me. I'm not,
Just cut my
just go ahead and
ass.
cut me. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm good."
Will probably said, "I'm good, Ryan."
Yeah, no, I don't want to
thank
listen to you, actually, buddy. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be mentored by a guy who limped through the quarterback position for the last 8 years.
Yes,
Yeah,
has just
fair.
barely gotten by. Agreed.
For Cleveland, does 8 wins get to the playoffs? 9 wins get to the playoffs because you're looking at
I
that
think there's
schedule.
going to be a 10-team win not make it in the
And
AFC.
it's just the AFC is
In
so
the
stacked.
AFC, just, yeah.
I mean, Houston's right there, 5-4. I mean, Indy's surprising. You got
Indy.
Cincinnati below them, and Buffalo,
And
and
Buffalo,
the Chargers. So it's
and
like you
the
assume all these teams are going to continue to pile wins.
Yep.
Cincinnati, you got 2 or 3 maybe more on that schedule because it's just inept offenses you're playing. Maybe you can sneak out a win, but it's like maybe you won't because you're
Right.
not wrong. If the quarterback position's doomed, that offense is going to do nothing, and you're not wrong. It's the Jets 2.0.
It really is.
Yeah.
They'll be in serious trouble.
I'd say I'd have different thoughts if they still had Nick Chubb too.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah,
Absolutely.
One
Absolutely.
of the best running games in the league.
Yes.
Again,
You just
yeah.
lean on it. Yep, you just absolutely lean on it.
But gosh, when they have nothing to really open it up, Jerome Ford's been great
He's been
for
solid.
what you've expected.
Exactly.
But what I've expected is
Nothing.
mediocre
Right,
running back
just
play. And that's
solid.
about what they've gotten. Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt can get a touchdown a game, that's fine.
Great.
But you need a few more than that to win a game.
Yeah, if the quarterback is not a threat, it's really hard to win in this league.
Exactly.
It's really
The
hard.
defense is good, but 14 points, can't allow more than 14.
Right,
You
that's
know,
their line.
allow more
That
than
will be
10
their
occasionally.
line.
It's like,
Yeah.
they can't do that over and over, week after week. Yeah, and the teams below them, again, licking their chops because that's just a spot that
Yep,
you
the
thought
spot
maybe
that we
was
take.
locked up.
Yeah.
As a 6-3 team
Mhm.
that's looking good with their starting quarterback.
Yep.
Might fall out, and who knows?
Fall
And
out.
now those awards at the end of the year are given out to teams that have winning records.
Yeah.
Does Myles Garrett not get Defensive Player of the Year?
No,
because of
seriously,
this?
Yeah, right,
They
this
fall
hurt
to
him.
8, 9, 7, and 10 if they just struggle to win. I mean,
Or if they make the playoffs, is that a strength in his case for it?
Yeah, that's
True,
true.
also
That's
true.
true.
Could he put the team on his back,
Yeah.
Right,
like
he's
he
trying.
did against Indy a few
Yeah.
weeks ago,
Yeah.
and just say, "Hey, this is my team."
I'm going to get a fuck ton of sacks, and we're going to win this football game somehow against all
What
odds.
really hurts the Browns with Watson going down is the run game did look really good in Baltimore, which is
Mhm.
shocking with how
Shocking.
good the Ravens' run defense
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
if they had
Weird
Nick
game.
Chubb, I would feel so
much better.
different.
So much better about their
better.
odds going forward.
But
You
you
can get away
Ford
with
and
it.
Kareem Hunt
Right.
shoulder like 70% of that offense.
At least you had the threat of Watson. Potentially, legs were throwing the ball.
Right, throwing the
and
ball.
it's just
And Amari
ETR.
Cooper was balling.
Yeah, Cooper was playing well.
Yeah.
And ETR is going to have to step up big
DTR.
time. I mean,
And can
yeah,
he?
yeah, I don't know.
Can he?
I don't know.
I am not
The
confident.
Flacco workout.
If
is
Flacco
an
gets to the
indicator.
playoffs, though,
Yeah.
they're
Look
winning the
out.
bowl.
Yeah, look out if
Okay.
Flacco's there. If
Yeah.
the
Can't
league
spell a
comes
lead
back.
without Flacco.
You sure can.
Yeah.
Same letters.
That's right.
But it was a weird week in the NFL.